It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Niners and the Birds, and it comes your way next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by Mr. Irrelevant in the 2022 draft, a guy with something to prove, Iowa State's career passing leader. And that's Brock Purdy.
Every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Holding, offense.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one.
Still second down.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 20. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 2nd and 9. Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. And that's complete to Sanders. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Here's Hurts to throw. And once again, this is Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. We're scoreless after 1. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away.
Back deep, Ray McCloud.
And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Purdy.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick-6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick-6.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defense in front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
And throwing here, Purdy.
forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Burt sets up to throw it.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hurts.
Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Here's Brett Kern now to punt this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down and 4. Purdy over the middle, complete. That's Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Let's go, fellas. Read us straight up. Let's be smart. Showtime, baby. They can't stop.
McCaffrey running up the middle.
Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
From the 31, Purdy.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Hurts.
Flushed out right. Going deep here for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
It's caught by Sanders. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Here's McLeod on the return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over first and 10. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their 35-yard line.
On first down, it's Purdy.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jennings. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's Purdy on first and 10. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by Gold is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Niners in that first half. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Fields it right around the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
That was good tough running right up the middle. If the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
He'll look to throw.
And that one caught downfield by Pascal.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Deshaun Gibson there on the tackle.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. And Sanders has got it complete. Good move at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down, Hurts. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw again.
Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Back to throw again. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. With finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side, so now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here's Purdy.
Being chased, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Elliott is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
From the 25 on 2nd down,
Purdy. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The offense on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now Purdy.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Roughing the passer. Defense.
Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up fourth down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Purdy, big fourth down play. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to fourth down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Purdy to throw it on first down.
And this is caught. Jennings.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's Purdy.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Purdy to throw.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So with exactly a minute to play, here comes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. He's got it to the 43 here. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Sanders. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.